Why did I switch on over from the Marine Corps to the Army?
In some of my other videos, I mentioned that I'm a prior service Marine that switched on over to the Army, but I never fully explained why. People naturally assume because now I'm serving as a tank crewman in the Army that I was a tanker in the Marine Corps, and then when the Marine Corps got rid of its tanks, I swapped on over to the Army. In my circumstances, I thought it was best to just swap on over to the Army rather than get on out and try to restart as a civilian, while I was still serving overseas in Okinawa, Japan. In the Marine Corps, I was a 1345 engineer equipment operator. I essentially operated tractors, cranes, and forklifts. It was a good MOS, and frankly, it was a lot of fun. Therefore, it had a very high retention rate. Additionally, my MOS was downsizing as well, and I had just been passed over for Staff Sergeant for the second time. Every Marine knows if you don't pick up Staff Sergeant in time, you're getting forced out. I did have one third and final chance to get promoted to Staff Sergeant, which was 3 months before the end of my current contract. After seeing good friends of mine that in all honesty were much more competitive than me get passed up for promotion as well, I didn't feel so optimistic about seeing the next rank in the Marine Corps. When I wasn't issued orders to rotate back to the United States from Okinawa, Japan, I basically just found out that they were just going to release me from Okinawa, Japan back to the States. Given these circumstances and also the fact that Uncle Sam said that he was going to cover a very expensive medical procedure for one of my dependents that I've been trying to do since 2014 that would cost at least $100,000 on the streets as a civilian, and the fact that I didn't have enough time on my contract to get it done, I just thought, why not just throw in the towel and switch? Additionally, I was already more than halfway to retirement, so why not? And so I found myself on the Army recruiting station on Torii Station in Okinawa, Japan. And I'm going to be completely honest about this. Cutting ties with the branch of service that you held so near and dear to your heart for like the past 12 years, and then moving your family from a duty station overseas back to the United States, and then swapping branches and learning how to relearn and adapt to another one was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. And that's a whole different story for another time. So how did I become a tanker? I went in the recruiting office and I asked for one desk job. I was thinking Intel, but they said tanks was the only thing they had open for me. August of 2022, I went straight from Okinawa, Japan, right to Fort Benning, Georgia. Since then, I've been promoted to Staff Sergeant, and I got that very expensive procedure done that I'd have to pay a single dime for. In the end, I do not regret my decision at all switching back to the Army, and I would not go back to the Marine Corps. In all honesty, I should have just switched sooner. Do I regret joining the Marine Corps as my first branch of service? Not at all. I feel like the challenges and experiences and also the high emphasis on small unit leadership that I've received in the Marine Corps has made me the soldier who I am, and in many aspects has made me excel more than other soldiers. In this present day, I'm still learning a lot about the Army and being a tanker, which makes every day exciting. So which is better, the Army or the Marine Corps? To be fair, they both have their shares of pros and cons. And at times, they could both be completely backwards from one another. And if you're watching this right now trying to decide which branch of service you should go into first, if you see yourself staying in the military, I definitely recommend going to the Marine Corps first. Regardless of what rank you leave after your first enlistment in the Marine Corps, you're going to leave it a leader and you're going to have a strong work ethic. But at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your military experience. You do what you think is best for you and it's going to make you happy. If you have any questions about anything I talked about today, my experiences, Army versus Marine Corps, etc., leave them down below and I'll do my best to get back to you.